Now, the people who started civilization, who came up with the moral codes, they were warriors. Moses, Joshua, Benaniah. And before, long ago, in Africa and the Middle East, there was chaos. And in order for there to be an order out of this primitive chaos, there had to be intellectual prowess accompanied with moral responsibility and physical prowess. You see, it wasn't enough for a bunch of nerds to say, hey, this isn't right, guys. Stop it, stop it. There had to be great warriors, men of renown, men of combat who had an accompanying moral code. This is where it comes from. It wasn't geeks who civilized society. It was great warriors like Narmer, men of battle. Other great men joined their ranks because they agreed with their cause. And they fought. Oh, they fought. Club and rock, spear and stick, they battled. Blood, war, death. Sticks and stones breaking bones. Names meant nothing. Trolls meant nothing. These were men of action. These men weren't fucking around. And in order to secure the future of their kingdoms, in order for society to achieve a new phase of human existence, they established moral codes that began with their soldiers. Even in the Crusades with King Richard, the first example of tar and feathering, he said, we need moral codes. Moral codes, Shaolin monks, Buddhism, Knights Templars, Christianity, jihadists. Muhammad was a general, Islam. Moral codes that accompanied warriors who must have been inspired by something natural as well as something supernatural. Now, a lot of people don't understand this. They say, well, a bunch of geeks try to explain it as, well, we had an age where brute force ruled, and then, the reign of the geeks came as technology came. No, that's not how it went. No, you're fucking it up. No. Let me tell you how it really went. It was men with both. Narmer wasn't some fucking caveman dumbass. He was a man of insight, intellect, a man of religion, a follower of Horus. Get your story correct. Get your facts straight. Computer geeks did not civilize society. Men like me did. Physical prowess, intellectual acuity, moral excellence, moral will. These things are the foundation of civilization. There was no secular societies. There was priesthoods, armies, units. They divided their armies. They were organized. These were warrior organizations led by martial arts masters, if you will. But for the sake of not, confusing anybody, combat arts masters. These were men of combat, respected men. These are the men who protected women And when other armies had a problem with them, rape was a part of war because they were specifically and psychologically targeting the men who were supposed to protect them. It was because of their inability to protect their women that their women were raped by other armies. Horus the protector, the patron of Nechin, and the Skywalker, a man of God, a man of military campaigns, a man who protected his people and laced his followers with true motherfucking game. Get your facts straight. Now, me personally, for the same reason my ancestors, all of our ancestors, didn't like to kill people. And I'm talking about the ancient ancestors. Those who founded civilization before any civilization we have uncovered existed. They wanted an order for society. One that reflected submission to spiritual, moral, and intellectual greatness wrapped in one. The many roles of the Pharaoh. The many roles of King Richard. The lion-hearted? Or was he a pussycat? What was the message of the Messiah? Did he come in might and glory? Or did he come riding a pussycat? In Revelation, in the Bible. It was men of honor who made the world what it was. And it is because we have strayed from what it was that the world is being destroyed by the very people that the progenitors of society were trying to protect society against. No ancestors. How I long to restore your systems as it was. As it was. And to bring people to God using Christian values. Why don't they see that it is not okay to usurp the men who are destined to be leaders? Why can't they see that trickery and treachery has doomed us all? Everybody wants to rip each other off and get over on each other. And to raise their kids to be the same way. Oh, this is the family business, son. This is the way your grandfather did it, your great-grandfather did it. If you really want to honor your family, let's go back to the beginning, shall we? Shall we not honor those from the distant past more than those from the recent past? You want to talk about tradition? What about the accompanying moral code that comes with being a warrior? The rights of manhood. I accept this spear and shield. Got a cough, excuse me. Symbols that make me a Zulu warrior. I accept this ikenga. Symbols that make me an Igbo man with an understanding of that which is traditional, tribal, sacred, and relates to wars and the spiritual world. I accept this Templar sword. Symbols and symbol, a symbol that is symbolic, that makes one a Christian warrior. Put on the armor of God. Jesus said, I came to bring a sword. These are the accompanying moral codes of warriors. Warriors. Who put it together? It was warriors. So don't you sit there and pretend it was some pansy-ass geek that civilized the world. It was warriors with their blood, sweat, and tears, not knowing what would happen to their families while they were out in the field on military campaigns. Many of which that did not return. Men who were left, their corpses rotting on the battlefield, returning to the dust. Men who are in the air that we breathe, the water that we drink because of nature, precipitation. These warriors are still with us. It was warriors. Why do you think the Pharaoh went out into battle and the tradition continued? He didn't want to miss out on that which is of the utmost importance. Ramses the Great, Tutmosis, Mentuhotep. Oh, I will never forget. Sneferu, Khufu, Zoser. Men of God, men of the temple, men of battle, men who called upon Horus to give them wisdom and strength. Wisdom and strength to protect the sacred land, the house of Ptah. It was warriors. It was warriors in Greece, warriors in Rome, warriors in the north, south, east, and west. Men similar to myself. And now look at how you treat us. Those of us who continue in the tradition of fighting for honor. Look at how we are treated. Look at how we are reduced, belittled, mocked, and betrayed. Oh, I'll just end it there.
We have gathered the boys of an age, set to become men. Today, you boys become men. But first, receive the spear and worship, symbols that you are prepared to fight and to be the shield of Amazon. Sindor! Mother's pride. Where were you when we nearly died of hunger? Persecuted by the scum of this land. Now that your calf has grown to be a bull with horns, you want him in your royal house? I accept this spear and shield. Symbols that make me a Zulu warrior. But this, I will take by force. As I've made everything that I am, by force. What is it?
The nameless one. Only he can give the blade the power of its own.
So be it.
The spirit of the blade speaks.
No. The spirit of Shakka speaks.
So be it, son of Zulu. Take the spear, and with it, let the sun cast your powers to the ends of this earth.
There is no truth. There is no truth except the reality of your death, mother. But you will not die alone, mother. The promises of life, promises of youth. We shall die with you, mother. We shall die with you. No, there will be darkness. I pray that the ancestors will preserve and protect our tribe and safeguard